Greetings and welcome to Let's Play Atari Symbol. No, BioWare Corporation. Yeah, the sound in the beginning is loud. I can't change that. Stupid game. Wizards of the Coast of License. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Can we? Thank you. Normal sound. Neverwinter Nights. Forgotten Realms. Neverwinter Nights. Well, there is no alternative. Anyways. I wanted to play this game for quite some time. To be quite honest. It is a really good RPG. And I never really had the gist or the idea, or was like, yeah, now is the time to play Neverwinter Nights, and I think I have to reduce the sound a bit. Sound options. Little lower. Like this? Ah, that's okay. I got asked a few days, weeks, whatever ago, if I want to do a Let's Play together on Neverwinter Nights. I denied. I am not a person you want to do Let's Plays together with. Because due to my very high introversy, I'm really not good talking to people I don't really know. It's okay with chatting, stuff like that, if I know you a little bit better, but having a conversation up, especially with a native English speaker, is really, really hard. And especially on a kinda long game like Neverwinter Nights. It was okay. I did once with Big Fatty Plus, a small part. It was like 30 minutes or something like that. It's okay if I know you better. But yeah, Gilvan is an exception because, well, she's one of my closest friends and we are both German, so we don't really talk that fast together. Anyways, about Neverwinter Nights. I am going to play the add-ons, Shadows of NWN and Hordes of the Underdark. Why am I not playing the main game? I wouldn't say I didn't like it, but it felt kinda sluggish and long. I really liked Shadows of NWN and Hordes of the Underdark. The flow was kinda better in these games. There are a few things you should or could or may know from the original game that helps, especially with Hordes of the Underdark. As far as I know, timeline-wise, the happenings in Neverwinter and Shadows of NWN is kinda at the same time. As far as I know, there is no mention of the hero from Neverwinter in Shadows of NWN. And you are, canonically speaking, Shadows of NWN and Hordes of the Underdark is done by the same person, well, the same hero. So that's why I'm going to play Shadows of NWN and Hordes of the Underdark. I really like Hordes of the Underdark because it is such a high level, high magic, high equipment module, let's say it this way, and I really enjoy those. I am not a huge fan. I played on some servers back in the days where you had like really low level, like getting a +1 weapon was really awesome in these parts. And I didn't really enjoy it. You know how I play my RPGs. I am a number cruncher. I want a good build. I want to devastate my enemies because I have such a good combination of talents and char slots and whatever. So playing on a server, I played once on a hardcore role-playing server. Oh god, that was horrible. I didn't really enjoy that. Anyways, About the character generation, I will only do the character generation in this part. Perhaps I make no promises. Perhaps we will play the premium modules. I haven't touched them yet. I have no idea what they are about. I have no idea how powerful you can become. In Shadows of NWN and Hordes of the Underdark we can get quite below, above the level of 20. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you supposed to become like a god as soon as you reach higher levels than 20 in Dungeons and Dragons? Like, this is the time where you can kinda decide, I think I will become a deity. I will become Elan Away, the god of bad disco music, or something like that. I don't know, whatever floats about. And I think I still have to reduce the music a little bit, it is horrible, no? Okay, I kinda want to hear myself talking. We are going to play Shadows of NWN. Chapter 1, of course, and create a new character. Considering the person who asked me to do Let's Play together with, I kinda, since I denied him to do Let's Play together with, I offered him as a to make it okay again to name the character I'm going to create, and it's going well. You will soon see how I'm going to name the character. I plan out. There was a section in the BioWare webpage for Neverwinter Nights about epic character builds, and there was a time where I was really into playing some characters. I did a module just to try out the characters I created to make really strong and powerful ones. And the epic character builds inspired me to do that. I got really deep into the system, how it all works out and stuff like that. It was really fun. But that was years ago, so I think I know most of the rules still, but I decided to choose a, kind of pre-made character build. And it is called the, I'm going to mispronounce that, Kukri Master. The Kukri, as far as I know, is a small, dagger-like weapon that has a huge crit range. I think if you can build out a Kukri Master full, you have like a 50% chance to crit, and every crit instantly kills the enemy. So that is a pretty powerful build if you are going to play on a high magic server or something like that. Get a sharp or keen Kukri and go to town. Anyways, gender, it will be a female. Race, human. Portrait. It was kind of funny, considering the name I'm going to choose, because I looked through the pictures and was like, no, that looks like a child. No, looks kind of okay, but no. You see a weapon there. I don't like pictures that show a weapon, because most of the time you are not using that weapon. Like if I want to play a cleric, I will be like, yeah, she's wielding a sword. Clerics don't wield swords. The only kind of mace wielding person here is this girl, and she looks not bad. It's not really my style. This looks more like a monk or a druid perhaps, though most druids wield a scimitar and shield. I have no idea what they did with that girl, why they just palette swapped her and, mirrored her. Lazy. Asian looking woman, it looks more like an assassin. I decided, even though she has kind of features of a monk, to go with this girl. And her name, class, she will start off as a fighter. The overall plan is to start off as fighter, as well after level 7 levels, or as soon as we hit level 8, she will become a champion of Torm. Torm is, I think it is one of these deities that were a human before, like a human became a god. I'm not 100% sure of that. I really enjoyed Dungeons and Dragons. The rules. I am not that familiar with deities and temples and gods and whatever. I played the Gold Box games, I played Neverwinter, I played Eye of the Beholder, I played Baldur's Gate, I played Icewind Dale. I think I played Menzoberranzan. Yes, Menzoberranzan is Dungeons and Dragons too. I think if it had the label Dungeons and Dragons, I played it on the computer, because I never played the pen and paper version, because there weren't people in my area that were interested in that. So yeah, and for most of these games you couldn't really get a lot of information about the gods, and I'm not the kind of person who sits down, oh, I'm going to buy expensive monster manuals or deity manuals, something like that, just to read them and be like, oh, that would be so awesome if I could play that. No. So if I say something wrong, don't stake me to the cross and burn me. It would be really nice. Anyway, so she will be a fighter, champion of Torm, and of course, weapon master. Where's the weapon master? There's the weapon master. What is the Purple Dragon Knight? I think it's the first time I actually see them. Purple Dragon Knight. Abilities, requirements. Non-evil and non-chaotic. Bonus attack bonus of 4. Mounted combat. Requires white 1. Okay. I was kind of sad about the shifter. He played really horrible. I was like, ooh, you can become a dragon! Awesome! Yeah, it's not that good. It is really hard to make a real blackguard. I think a real blackguard is like a paladin that fell off from grace, like became evil. But you really I think it is possible. If you start off as a paladin and then you immediately start acting like an asshole, like burning children, killing innocents or stuff like that. That's kinda how you can become evil in this game. But yeah, it's not that easy. And anyways, I think my first character I ever made was a dwarf monk. Because I was like, that looks so ridiculous, I have to play one. But I beat the game originally with, like always, elven paladin. Well, as soon as you could actually play an elf as a paladin. Old rules, I think 2.5, was like, only humans are allowed to become paladins. Anyways, fighter. Alignment. She's not allowed to be evil, because Followers of Torm cannot be evil, so we are kind of free. Wasn't True Neutral? I think in the older versions True Neutral was insane. Like, I remember reading about the alignment True Neutral in Baldur's Gate, and the example was a druid who came across a feud between gnolls and a baron, and the gnolls were actually going to siege the baron and win the feud. But then a druid intervened and he helped the baron. As soon as they drove off the gnolls, or they weakened the gnolls good enough so the baron could actually conquer them, the druid switched sides back to the gnolls, because he was like true neutral and there must be neutrality and equality and the balance of nature and blah 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 blah. That is pretty insane. That is pretty insane. I think I'm going with a lawful good character. I kind of like the idea if you play a paladin, there should be a 10th option like paladin good or something like that, because there's lawful good and there's lawful good as a paladin, and there's a huge difference if you really want to roleplay a paladin. A paladin is like, yeah, you don't fuck with that. You don't. If you even think about doing something evil, I can sense evil. I can ram up my sword up your ass. No, there's no discussion. No, I don't care if you're starving. You don't steal. It is bad. No, I don't care. Here, take my sword, jump into it. That's paladin good. Like I said, I'm going to with lawful good, which kind of fits the character. Abilities. Honestly, I think I mentioned that in my wizardry. I'm talking quite a lot. This is the character generation. This is where I talk about my past experience, my gripes with the game, blah 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 blah. This is why this part is a little bit longer, so I don't have to always talk about stuff like that. If you don't care, well, I think tomorrow or Sunday I will upload the real Let's Play. Sorry. I think I mentioned it in wizardry. I prefer this way of distributing your scores or something like that. I think it makes more sense. I honestly don't like this random dice roll thing, because you can get a really crappy character. I know people will be like, yeah, if you're role-playing a character with bad stats is awesome too, it makes it for a more lively character, blah, blah, blah. I just think if somebody is really weak, dumb, unagile, uncharismatic, has no constitution, stuff like that, he wouldn't become an adventurer. I don't know, people like, oh yeah, I'm going to play an archer, but he kinda has a weak eye and he can't move 2 of his fingers, so his dexterity is like -5 or something like that. So if he uses a bow, he will usually hit the guy behind him or something like that. Yeah, that may make for awesome role playing, but it doesn't make any sense. I don't become a Iron Man challenge runner or something like that, because I think I have a constitution of -5 or something. So no, that doesn't work out that way. So I kind of prefer this way. And one person in my Eye of the Beholder Let's Play complained that I gave the characters where you could freely distribute the mana numbers max stats everywhere. Yeah, it shouldn't be that way. I'm totally honest with that. It didn't really matter in Eye of the Beholder. It would break this game. I'm perfectly fine with that. It would break this game if I could be like 18-0-0. But yeah, we won't do that. So strength goes up to 15 for a nice +2 bonus. I don't know why they chose to do that. I think it is necessary for some early skills. Usually, as far as I remember, you should only go for even numbers, because as you can see, the uneven number has +1, the even number has +1, but if you go one even number higher, you get the +2 skill here. So even numbers are better, but then again, you get a feat every 4 levels that lets you raise 1 stat, which I also think it's plausible and normal. I didn't really like that in Baldur's Gate or something like that, where you couldn't do anything with your constitution or increasing your character stats. In my opinion, it doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm seeing this now since I've been working out. I'm working out. I became stronger, so my strength should increase. If somebody's running around in plate mail all day, fighting monsters, he should become stronger. It makes sense. Sure, you can argue, yeah, well, you can become more intelligent by swinging a sword. Okay, those make 100% sense, but better than not at all. Anyway, so yeah, 15 dexterity. I think that's needed for ambidexterity and stuff like that, so we can actually fight with 2 weapons, which is always a nice feat, especially if you're fighting with daggers and stuff like that. Wisdom 10, intelligence 14. That doesn't work out. That oh yeah, Constitution 14. Sorry, I thought I was like what? Charisma 8 -1. Yeah, she got a scar on her face somewhere. I don't care. So we have a pretty strong person. I think 8 is the average. So she's really strong, really dexterous, has a nice constitution. She knows the difference between that a tomato should go into tomato and not into a fruit salad, even though it is a fruit. She's quite intelligent. You need a lot of intelligence even as a fighter to get some of the weapon master feats like Whirlwind. Yeah, you have to be really smart in order to hold your weapon out and spin really, really fast in a circle. I don't know why. And charisma -1, so she may have a scar somewhere. I don't care. Okay, packages. Configure packages. You can, of course, choose predefined packages. We don't. And we get some important stuff, like discipline. A successful check allows the character to resist any combat feat, disarm, cold shot, or knockdown. That is pretty important, especially as a melee fighter. Because if you get knocked down, your ass is toast most of the time. They will fucking murder you. Heal is nice too, and considering the... I don't know why Intimidate isn't a fighter class skill. You can see class skills, you can put 4 points into it and it uses up 4 points. If you do cross class, you can only increase it by 2 points and it costs you 2 points to get 1 point here. I don't know why Intimidate isn't a warrior class skill. I mean, usually a warrior is like a huge brute with wielding two-handed battle axes, blood on his face and quite a few skulls on his belt. Well, that's more like a barbarian. Okay, he's wearing plate mail armor, so that makes him a warrior. And that is pretty intimidating. Perhaps because it uses charisma, which I also don't see as fitting. Perhaps, correct me if I'm wrong. I would go with strength. I mean, if somebody is standing before me, twice as tall as me and muscles as huge as my head, I would feel pretty intimidated. Yeah. If somebody has a pretty face and tells me, "Oh, that is so mean from you," I wouldn't feel intimidated. No. Anyways, block 2 points, so we can taunt or something. What else do we need? We need Tumble. Tumble is a pretty... Oh, we can actually get wide. Perhaps one of the extra... one of the other modules has actually riding in it. Oh, it actually says here, note horses and rides can only use in the premium model Neverwinter Knight's Wyvern Crown of Cormyr. And specific community-made modules. Okay. Good. Tumble. If you move your character while in combat, you can provoke attacks of opportunity. There was a pretty interesting video I saw once, showing off the difference on how it actually works out, why a character can do an attack of opportunity in those times or not in other times. If you do a one step piece, I think it's 5, yeah, no, I don't know. You can do a special step, you have to announce it if you're playing pen and paper, I'm doing this step now, so you don't get an attack of opportunity. But if you're casting spells, if you're moving between the aggro range or out of the aggro range, I think if you turn your back to an enemy, if you change weapons, if you drop your pants and start jerking off, stuff like that. That kinda creates attacks of opportunity. Even though the last example may cause the enemy to get confused. I don't know. I would be pretty much confused if I'm like fighting against a guy and suddenly he spanks the meat like a madman. Anyways. Drinking. Horrible. Wonderful. And the last skill, according to this, is Appraise. I think it is just for lore stuff, like you get better money options, or you can sell and buy stuff at price or better. Later on in the game, it doesn't really matter when you are selling off Warple blades like mad, or I don't even know if Warple blades are in this game, but it was just an example. I think you can sell off like +5 weapons, like really, really good stuff, and every enemy drops that later on in Hordes of the Underdark. Like I said, Hordes of the Underdark is a really, really high level. Anyways, okay. That's kinda it. Okay, feats. Mount actions. What? I think I have to really play this mod too. I'm kinda interested in that now. Quick to master. Human start with an extra feat at character generation. And warriors can choose 2 feats at generation. Warriors can get really, really high fast feats that makes them really, really strong. Okay, what do we want? We want power attack. Power attack and I think improved power attack are prerequisites for becoming a weapon master. Yeah, a weapon master has really, really high feat requirements, so bleh. We take Cleave, which lets you kill off weaker enemies. If the character kills an opponent, he gets a free attack against any opponent who is within melee weapon range. And that is really, really nice. And I think improved... Yeah, you can get this improved. So you're just not killing off mobs left and right. It's quite nice. And of course, weapon proficiency exotic. We need that to actually kikri, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is what we're going to use. Cleave, power attack, weapon exotic. Customize. Head. No, yes, let's take the orc. She has -1 charisma. No. I always try my best to match up the character with the portrait. I don't know. We don't really need tattoos. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of. It doesn't really make sense in these characters. Yeah, I don't know whoever played a character that looks like that. Especially if you have like 15 dexterity and the tumbling skill, that doesn't really make sense. Clothing, yeah, we can make her look like a jester and more like a jester, like a rogue, like a mage. I don't know. Is there okay? Is there something that's more fitting that doesn't? Ooh, that looks nice. Oh well, we won't really wield that. She was a little. We had a little bit of a tan. I think that's okay. Yeah. Hair color. She was white or not blue. Gray. No, that's green. No, that's still green. I don't see. Okay, that looks horrible. No, where is gray? Grayish. Not so intense gray. This is important. This is important. I kind of want a fitting hair color. It's really. It's like whoa. If I fuck this up, I'm not going to play this character. Why do all these colors look the same? That may be it. Yeah, we are going with that. A little bit of... No, we don't go with that. I had a pretty good color when I did my test one. Where is it gone? Oh well, we'd go with the white hair. No, not with totally white hair. Well, let's take this one. It will be okay. Okay.
At my command,
Her name
attack!
will be Ash. That's what he wanted me to call her for his lady friend. Last name. Usually my character should be called Zengala Pureheart because that's the name of my paladin in World of Warcraft. Of course, without the sure name, because you cannot choose sure names in World of Warcraft because the game is kind of strange that way. Ash Pureheart sounds not so good. Ash Catch. No, not Ketchum. Oh, he's going to hate me for that. Ash Whirlwind Killing Machine. No. Moonshadow. Moonshadow looks always good. Usually my Night Elf fighter warrior is called a Runaway Moonshadow, so we go with Ash Moonshadow. It's kinda nice. You can put in a little bit of background story in here. It doesn't really matter what you put in here. Age doesn't matter too. I think you can put in like 12 and the game will be okay with that. Yeah, let's play a child. Let's play a 7-year-old child on the way to adventure. Let's make her 21. 21 is a good age. Perhaps we want to drink something and we know the legal drinking age is pretty high in the US. You can put in a deity. Doesn't even give you an option like to choose from. You can put in Gobble Wobble, and there we are praying to Gobble Wobble. Of course we put in Torm. Doesn't really matter. Ash Moonshadow, that looks nice. 21. No, gosh, now we have to choose a voice.
To the fight! Give no quarter!
No.
At my command, attack!
No.
To the fight! Onward!
No.
You have to fight! Come on!
Yeah, of course. Let's play an enemy girl.
At the enemy! Attack!
Oh, that doesn't sound too bad.
To victory!
Okay, no.
At their throats, cut them down!
I'll see you cut asunder!
I hate these high-pitched voices. If you are hearing this all the time,
Step up to the fight! Bring them down!
Alright! I says you attack right now!
Oh, come on.
Kill them! Kill them all!
Okay.
Get him! Kick some ass!
Yeah, kick some ass. I really want that in my role-playing
Come
game.
on, it's time to take out the trash.
Is this always one woman? Like, I can do better voiceovers
Alright,
than
crew.
that.
Let's take them down. There's more where that came from.
We have no choice. They must be eliminated. Surrender, or prepare to meet your end.
She's not that quiet.
No time for talking, let's get to the action!
Oh gosh.
Some fights cannot be avoided. Into the fray! To arms! To battle! Feel my sting!
I will not be defeated! Your blood shall spill!
Follow me.
Take that! For glory!
Take that!
I shall be victorious.
I think we go
At
with...
the enemy! Attack! To victory! I will win the day!
Yeah, I think we go with the female fighter. Okay. Human, lawful good, 15 strength, 15 dex, 14 constitution, 14 intelligence. It is important that you don't fuck up intelligence and wisdom, because in the character generation, these are turned around, and all of the, templates have this mixed up. Like, it is written like here, but if you actually choose the stats, it's mixed up. So I don't know how often I wanted to make a weapon master build and ended up with 14 wisdom. It really pissed me off. We have an AC of 12, which isn't that bad. Is it 3.5, 3? I don't know what Neverwinter is. And the more AC, the better. I kinda like the idea of negative AC and negative to hit AC 0, but I think it was too complicated for most people. So we have like an attack bonus of 3, We roll a 20-sided die, we add 3 to it, we subtract, and then we see if it is higher than the AC of the enemy. Voila, hit. If it's a critical, if you roll a 20, you do a critical damage. If you roll a kukri, it can be 19 or 20. If you pump in your critical stats, then you can get a critical between 10 and 20, which is really, really awesome. Really, really awesome. But it's only like this if you like the roll itself, no bonus. You can't be like, oh, I rolled a 17, that makes 20, I crit. No, not like that. That would be cool too. Anyways, play.
Hilltop, one of many small villages that dot the most remote regions of the northern wildlands, known as the Silver Marches.
That is
Few
loud.
would choose so cold and inhospitable a land to make their home. Only those seeking a new life, or to escape their past. It is in Hilltop that your Master Drogan chose to settle after a lifetime of adventure. Here, he would pass on his knowledge to you, and a select few others with promise. It is here that evil comes in the shadows, and behind it, a sinister purpose that will see your own promise either realized in full or extinguished forever.
I think I will fiddle around with the sound options a little bit, because the game itself is quite low and cutscenes are really, really high pitched. I really don't like that. So the character looks okay. You move with the mouse. Ooh, moonwalking. Yeah, do the moonwalk. We can open this chest, get some money. A focus crystal, a Mstra's hand, a journal, and a scale of discipline, whatever that means. We can put in a map, which is nice. Zoom out. Yeah, we will use it like that. Started leather armor. Yeah, that's a better AC. I told you we won't wield that long. We only have a short sword because the game couldn't know that we actually want to use the kukri. We can wield a torch so we can see better. It is quite nice. I doubt we will use that a lot. And of course we have our journal. We can read a journal. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to save here. I did a beginning of the LP save game. I did a test video. I hope it turns out as good as the test video. Oh, 40 minutes. Whoa, I'm always talking when I'm creating characters. Awesome. I hope it turns out as good as the test video. I had the best resolution, stuff like that, when I enlarged or full screened the YouTube player and manually chose 480p. So yeah, that's kinda how the video works out best. Of course I say that at the end of the video because I'm an asshole like that. Anyways, next time we will carry on with this game, and next time we will go back to the 20-minute parts. If you want me to do record 1 hour and upload it at once in one video, you may say that. I kinda like the parts thing a little bit more, because people can comment on specific events. Otherwise it's like, oh yeah, that was really funny. Oh yeah, it was really funny in a 1 hour video. What was funny? Anyways, I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see each other soon. So take care and goodbye.